Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. A little bit of a different intro, but FM23, the beta has dropped, so we're gonna get into this. Pre-ordered the game, got access, all that good stuff, ready to go in our beta save, at least for the channel wise, as opposed to the stream. Let's actually use my stream deck, which might be smart. I haven't used this in like forever, so let's do this. And nothing is set up. Okay, so we're gonna be doing it with Manchester United. So coming in, gonna be, I picked Manchester United because I wanted to play in the Champions League in European football, but this save probably goes a couple of years and then we go over to the Wrexham save. So this isn't going to change anything that's going on with the Dartford save, or if you're watching this, there's a cliffhanger. I'll just leave it at that, but not going to affect anything like this. This is just a beta save to have fun. So let's get into it. So we're predicted to be in 6th. I'm actually going to end up getting a probably a kit pack as well in here, but we are slated to finish in 6th. Looking through here, we got a transfer budget, so that's one of the reasons we got 23 million, so we can play around a little bit. We enter European football in the group stage, so hey, let's see if we can get something here. So they say that we are better in a 4-2-3-1. Okay, 4-2-3-1. So we don't have to worry about this. We're only going to be here a couple of years, so we're not going to be worrying too much about scouting and, well, actually youth scouting like Wonder Kids or anything like that. We'll obviously work within the payroll budget, sell players for profit. No really big thing there, but below the rep, contracts, we don't have to worry about that all that much, but that's cool. The information, all objectives are pretty cool. So the plan for the current season: qualify for Europa League, European football, challenge for the FA Cup, challenge for the Europa League. So that's both in the, this is the stage we're currently in, the competition we're in, and this is for the actual table. So what's that, a top 6 finish? Don't have to worry about the U system or anything like that. So let's get into it. The supporters. So this is new here. Play entertaining soccer, football, what do you want to call it? Play attacking football, okay. Qualify for the Champions League, become the most reputable team, okay. Be competitive against Liverpool, Man City, and finish above Leeds, okay. With Erling Haaland, that's going to be interesting, to say the least, over in Man City. So I'll show you the tactic we're going to go with later. The new supporter profile, which is pretty cool. The Dartford save is going to be interesting because of the supporter influence on the board, as well as our, I think what it's looking like, our wow, FC Blau-Weiß Linz is probably going to have a little bit more on the supporter side, which would be cool. We'll be able to grow this. Mostly casual fans, makes sense. I would say I'm a casual fan of a couple teams in England. I really don't have anything like sorted out. Pretty much the same thing as we saw there. Club expectations, we're just going to accept it. It's fine. Preseason prep, we're going to go heavy. I know we have a couple of injuries. We're going to look at our fixtures later. Our injuries: Phil Jones, We've been around Zealand stream. The legendary Phil Jones. I mean, the man is 30 years old. He's just gonna have to play better and play good. So he's out 4 to 5 months anyway with torn knee ligaments, probably an MCL or an ACL. So he's halfway through that. A twisted ankle for Axel. So, I mean, that's got to be ligament damage. And Brendan Williams, torn calf muscle. Okay. We're not going to have them for this season. So that's going to be one thing. That's going to hurt some of our ideas. We have some reoccurring injuries. I mean, Anthony Martell. We're just gonna have to monitor this. Okay, so this is something we didn't mess with in the Darford save. So we have 2 squad sizes that we need to do. So Europa League requires a minimum squad of 15, max 25. 2 minimum goalkeepers, which you do have to log there. A player's trained at Man City in 3 years, so that's homegrown at the club. Needs 4. Homegrown in the nation, so we need 8. And then all we need up for Premier League is 8. So I'm kind of familiar with that. We're going to worry about a couple of guys out. This is going to be more of a transfer window idea. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of recruitment members. Wow. So I'm going to make a cut here and we'll create a tactic. All right, guys. So I've kind of figured out what I'm going to play. It's going to be a 4-3-3 wide with the defensive midfielder. So as it stands, we're playing more of a defensive shell in the middle with Varney and Maguire, with Degas in goal as the sweeper keeper. Juan Basika going to be one of the wing backs with Osaka Malacia. Wow. Malacia on the wide spot. Anthony is going to be more of an inward forward to help Ronaldo, with Sancho kind of doing the same thing with the inverted winger. All of our work for Ronaldo, though, is going to happen in the middle. Casemiro being that roaming playmaker just on the above the defense. Eriksen's going to be more of a attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker, with Fernandez being more of a Mazzala, getting forward to Ronaldo, helping Ronaldo, and working this inward space. So maybe our edges aren't clear, but what we're lacking in this is, well, it's a young team. On the wing backs, so there's that. I feel like we have a pretty good bit. We do have some finances that we could pull in that we're probably going to use. So we're still 40 days out, so I'm gonna skip through some time, and well, if we make any transfers, it'll be in the transfer portion. So let's do this. So here's the new squad planner in the contract window. I do like this. You can kind of look around. Let's see what you have. I think this is really going to help when you're looking at your squad and you're really looking for what you want to do long-term, those long-term saves. I really like it. It's awesome. So this is going to be our registration for the Premier League. Pretty much everyone on the first team is registered. We had a couple under 21s in here that we've signed. Ruben Loftus-Cheek on loan. A couple guys that are injured aren't going to be here because they're months out. We will put Axel Tunzabi on there because he will be healthy in 8 weeks to 3 months. The legendary Phil Jones will not be out there though, and we don't need 4 keepers. We'll go with 3. No, we don't even need 3, but if we need, we're gonna go with this squad. So the big stuff. We'll go through the signings later. We have no one coming in. We've concluded all of our business probably. The only business we might do is guys going out. So I am back. Big cut. Went through all of the friendlies. Did some transfer window business. We're going to get into that and we'll have some expectations for the team. So to get into the expectations for the team, competition review, qualify for the UEFA Europa League in the Premier Division. So in the league table, if I'm not mistaken, that's a top 7 finish, right? 6. 6 if it's not a playoff. So top 6 finish. Challenge for the FA Cup. Challenge for the UEFA Europa League. So that hasn't been drawn yet. That's for a while. In the Bajo Cup, probably mispronouncing that. So there's that. So I think we got it good with that. I'm not going to worry about press conferences here because we don't worry about press conferences. So transfer window. So everything in blue is what we ended up doing. So we brought in on loan Ruben Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea. That total fee is a $1.5 million total fee with the possibility to buy him for about $51 million. So I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that or yeah, I do have it in dollars, right? So because American and it makes sense in my head. So been playing a lot of Madden. Deidre Balejo comes in from Osijek. Osijek is from Croatia, so there is that. He comes in from Croatia to do his thing. So $5.5 million fee with upwards of a possible $8 million. So he's going to come in. The scouts and the coaches think he could be better than Ronaldo. I have my doubts, but we'll see what he can do. Luis Alberto comes in for Laszlo from a $31.5 million of an upwards of a $45 million. And the guy is what the media would call a world-class midfielder. I mean, I like his flair, determination, decisions, teamwork, vision. The guy's going to be playing in the midfield for us. I mean, what can you say? An attacking midfielder that has some defending skills, then come in and play. He likes those big matches. He's consistent. I mean, what can you say? The only thing is he's not the greatest in the heading department, so there's that. But at Lazio, he had 36 goals and 174 appearances. So not a lot of goals, but in his 318th appearances out of 10 clubs. But we're looking at him for distribute the ball around, get Ronaldo involved. Ronaldo gets him involved. We just have a bunch of people getting everyone involved, and that's what we want Alberto to do. A lot of loans going out. The biggest things that we had going out are just youngsters, nothing big out of the first team. I'll let you take a glance at that. A couple decent ones. We got a couple out because they weren't going to actually get a work permit. So that is Mejia and Vidic. they weren't going to get the possible work permit. We do have one other that just is shy of having a citizenship. I think we're going to keep him on the team, even though it might make him be on trial or at least with the team for a while. And he will actually be here, and we can get his citizenship and be able to play for us. Looking at the schedule, competitions, the UEFA Group League and all that, we don't enter for a while. This is the playoff, I think. Our schedule: Nottingham Forest, we go over to City Ground, Everton, Wolves, then we go over to Old Trafford to Tottenham to play them. So a couple big ones. Leicester. I mean, we don't really play anyone besides maybe Tottenham, and then it gets grueling with Man City going back to Old Trafford again, trying to beat Erling Haaland. He is scary. Chelsea. We have Liverpool down here. We don't have a string of games that are like massively difficult. Where's the second Arsenal game? Here it is. I mean, we don't have any back-to-back games that I would say, like, I hate myself. Maybe down here, depending. But I'm not sure. Let's look at what it's supposed to look like on the season preview. So we're slated to get fourth. So if everything goes well, the board will get its wish. We will have European football in the year 2. This is likely going to be about a 2-year save in the first place. So we're going to have fun with that. So maybe European football and see how that goes for the second year. We just got to play well and good. The guys promoted from the Champions League is from what is technically League 2 is Fulham, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest. So we get to beat up Nottingham Forest for the first game. The team, give them a little reality check, maybe. Okay. But 5-1 odds. Okay, that's. Of course, it's the man, the myth. How did he get better even in a wow? Determination up there, first touch, finishing. Look at his physicals. God! At 22 years old, can he get any better? The guy is going to harass us all day long. Well, there's one good thing for it. At least in this save, we won't fight him, or we won't have to play them in European football. So there's that. At least later. It's God, this is gonna a fourth in the table finish. I'm kind of nervous about that. I'm kind of nervous. Looking over our tactics, we're gonna have here is the guy is gonna be, I'm probably mispronouncing that, or Degi, gonna be our keeper. We do have an injury to Luke Shaw. He was the one that was gonna be over here. Otherwise, I think Valencia, he can only play one side. So Valencia is gonna be starting on the wing back on the left side. We're gonna play with 2 wing backs, the other one being Juan Visica. We didn't get anything big in the wingback position. We're still holding on to, where is he? Thiago Dalot or Dalé from Portugal. So I don't know. Probably mispronouncing that. So we did hold on to him. I mean, he has some transfers still, but no one actually gave him an offer. I mean, we still have 1 year, so we can keep him. He's going to get some playing time. And honestly, like, I think he should get it now over Basica. At least that's my... Well, he has good agility. I'm already second guessing this lineup. I'm already doing it. We'll have him be an impact sub. I don't know. No, I've changed my mind again. So he's going to play on the outside. Martinez and Varane's going to be in the middle. I thought about maybe getting some upgrades and stuff like that, but I mean, we had a couple of things, but I wanted to kind of invest in the midfield. With Luis Alberto, you kind of saw him, but yeah, he's going to be the guy that runs the motor in the midfield more likely. Fernandez, I like him because he can play all over the place. 27 years old, another guy out of Portugal. Been with Manchester United for about 3 or 4 years. So he's attacking midfielder. We're going to use him as an advanced playmaker in the midfield, actually in a Mazzala. Actually, I'm going to make this the other way around. Actually, I'm going to keep it like that. Because Morrow is going to be in the defensive backfield. Not backfield, because this is not American football. This is soccer football. Okay, so he's going to be a defensive mid. Probably playing a ball-winning midfielder role, but we'll see how this roaming playmaker. I want him to kind of roam at the top of the box, but also in the midfield, since these two midfielders are going to be up and attacking. Ericsson's going to be on the left side, one of our midfielders. That is because Shaw, like I said, is injured. So he's out 3 to 7 days. So we'll be back for the next game after this. So Ericsson's going to be out playing in what was that, inverted winger? Yes, inverted winger. Sancho is going to be the inverted forward. So it's going to be a good one, or the inside forward. My bad. Helping with Ronaldo, who's going to be the complete forward up top. Our subs, I mean, it's nothing to behold. This isn't in the order that we would put them in the game. This is just in my head. I like to have like front to back in my lineup. I don't know why. It's just how my mind works. I like it. Squad planner. Look at this fun little new thing. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I have reservations at some positions. Good thing this is only 1 or 2 years save. A lot of peak. I'm liking it. Tom Holston isn't registered. We aren't going to use him. The man literally is a tree. He is a literal definition of a human tree. Acceleration, agility, pace, stamina. I mean, maybe he can run down the field once as a tree, but he's got roots. He's like the Phillip Rivers of Football Manager. If you don't know, Phillip Rivers is a quarterback that used to play for the San Diego, now LA Chargers, who went to go play at Indianapolis after. I watched him a couple times. It looked like his feet were trees. He would not move. He's not the fastest player. So, yeah. He is a tree, so he's not going to be registered. He is a coach, though. So, even though his salary, we are paying a salary, it's not much because he's a coach. Let's look at the club vision. Sorry, that's not as clear as it could be. Probably have to do that in between everything. Because are the other... I'm distracting myself. We are ready. 4 likes what we've done. Nothing to highlight. Supporters. They're pleased. I will not be fired immediately. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is nice to see the financing here. And fundraising, merchandising, you can kind of see I'm going to, especially with both Wrexham and the Love Ice Lynn save, I want to see if getting a player from China will help us with merchandising. Think it would? But I want to know. Okay. I mean, we're pleased. We're not going to get fired early. Have a global fan base which tends to be moderate and understand. They have a low level of influence on the board and feel their views only have limited impact. Okay. Okay. Yeah, board. You tell those followers how they should really feel. Okay. So, next episode we'll get into the first game of the season. I will not get distracted. We will play Nottingham Forest. That'll be tomorrow. It's all good. This will be out late because I have to render it and edit it. But tomorrow the Nottingham Forest game will be out and probably skip over to Tottenham. So the first 2 games of the season will be in there. And then of course we have to play Man City and Chelsea. We have to. So thanks for hanging out. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.